So this is my review of the Primos Proof 2 trail camera. What I like about it is it's really simple to use. It has 3 slider switches to choose from time-lapse, video, and photo. And in the box it comes with a 72-inch strap for hanging it on the tree. It does come in camo, which is the color I got. I think it also just comes in a flat green version, but I don't know, camo looks kind of cool and it blends in pretty well. So from the top slider switch you can choose from high-low of photo, high-low of video, and then high-low of time-lapse. And then below that is the settings, is how many photos it'll take in a burst. It'll be 1 through 5. How long your video will be on the video, which is anywhere from 5 seconds to 60 seconds. And your time-lapse, it'll take a shot every 1 minute all the way up to every 60 minutes. And then the delay down at the bottom slider switch is how long it takes a rest between each set of photos. So basically, if you're taking a photo burst of, say, 2 photos, it'll take a rest of 3 seconds in between photos, anywhere from 3 seconds all the way up to 30 minutes. Below that, you have your slider switch, which is off, setup, or on. Off mode obviously is off, and then setup. This little green LCD, or this little LCD screen pops up when you have it in setup mode, and that's basically where you can use the LCD screen before you close it, and then when you're ready for it to start taking pictures, video, or time-lapse, you slide it all the way over to on, and then it starts doing whatever you want. On this LCD screen, this is how you toggle between the date and the time. To set all those up, it is the 13th of November 2016. The time is almost noon. And then this bottom one where it says NS, that is actually your night shot, or you can set it high or low. So basically all the night shot does is the low slows the shutter speed, which adds a little more blur but lets in more light. The high lets in more light, but you may get a little bit of motion blur. The night shots that I have had, I leave it on high, and I didn't really notice a big an issue. I was still able to see deer clearly, and I'll show some pictures of that here in a second where you can see for yourself. So yeah, so I'll leave mine on high, you push OK. I mean, that's it. That's all you have to do to set it up. It's pretty easy. I mean, it can't get any simpler than that, I don't think. But yeah, that's why I like it. And then this has this green light over here, means it's on and working. So the battery life's not so bad. I mean, these aren't lithium batteries. These are just kind of basic Duracell batteries. It has 50% life on it, but it actually has been sitting out in the woods for probably 3 months now on 2 separate occasions. So I mean, the battery life's not too bad, but then again, it hasn't been really cold. So I think, you know, depending on how cold your climate is, you might get less battery life out of it. So it might be worth it to upgrade to get some lithium batteries that'll last a little bit longer in the cold. So when I set my camera up, I just do photos. So I set mine on high photo. I do a 2-picture burst, and then have it click every 3 seconds. And the reason is because, you know what, I'd rather have pictures I don't need. Rather than missing pictures that I would want of bucks or doe or see whatever's coming through the area. I also use a 16 gigabyte card. I think you can put all the way up into 32 in here. Maybe you can go bigger than that. But I think the 16 gigabyte card is more than enough space, depending on how long you're going to leave it and how long the videos are going to be. You know, if you're doing 15-second videos and stuff like that, you may want a bigger card. But since I'm just doing photos, the 16 gigabyte card works for me. So let's set this thing up on the tree and take some test shots, and I'll show you what I mean. So a little bit of a backstory is that I bought the trail camera off of eBay. I think it was like 70 bucks, brand new. I don't know what it retails for, over 100 definitely. But I bought it, had it in my backyard, and was going to do, you know, just working out the bugs since it's the first time I'd ever used it, before leaving it out for the map reading challenge for well over a month. It took, you know, a bunch of pictures fine, no problem. After I changed out a memory card and went to take some more pictures, this is about 3 weeks after I owned it, it just stopped taking pictures. It would, when you would turn it on, it would have an audible click noise, and you can hear the click noise a little bit if you're right next to the camera. You could hear the audible click, but it just wouldn't register the photo. I contacted Primos. They said reformat your card, do this, that, and the other thing. None of that worked. So I ended up sending it back to Primos. All in all, I think it cost me like 10 bucks because I had to ship it to them. And you know, I ended up getting a brand new trail camera out of it because whatever it was, they couldn't fix it. And it was still under warranty, obviously, because it was only a month old when I had to get rid of it. So that was my one beef or the one issue that I had. I mean, it really wasn't an issue because I had to send it back to them, and they replaced it for free, which is good. But the problem is that, you know, if I'd had it sitting out in the woods and not tested it and had that same issue and had been sitting out there for 3 months not taking pictures, and I'm just under the impression it's taking pictures, I'd be a little peeved. But, you know, I mean, it happens. You get lemons and everything, but the Sean and Andrew from the Map Reading Challenge, I think they had the same exact one, and they haven't had an issue out of it, so maybe it was just mine. But I have seen some other complaints about those, but like I said, Primos was cool about it, and they got me a brand new one. So let's take some video. I'm going to leave it in the backyard with the time-lapse on and get some test footage from that, because I haven't used the time-lapse personally. I haven't used video out in the woods yet, but I would use photos. But the thing is with the video, the last time I set it up on photo, at least the spot I was in had a lot of shadows. So when the wind was blowing, every time the leaves would move and made more shadows or changed the shadows, it took, I don't know, I think I probably had 300 to 400 pictures that were just basically worthless because it was just shadows or a leaf falling down or something like that. And that's another reason why you should definitely use a big leaf falling down. That's why you should definitely use a bigger memory card than what you actually need, because you don't want to put a small memory card in it, save a few bucks, but your memory card can get full very quickly from taking just false exposures. So, you know, plus in a lot of squirrels and raccoons and stuff like that too. I mean, those are all going to end up on there. So the other thing is with the cameras, it's stealthiness. These rings on the outside are where the infrared flash are for the night. You can see it when it is dark. I have noticed a few deer look at it, you know, and come in for a closer inspection. But for the most part, most deer just walk by without even noticing it, and hunters too, for that matter. I like it. The modes that I'll just leave it on, I don't bother with video because I want to make sure that I have as much of a wide shot as I can. Video, as you can tell, shrinks it down just a little bit. I just want to make sure I'm getting what I'm getting. I really don't need a video. To me, I mean, because it just takes up a lot of space. Pictures are all I need. It takes good pictures. I like them anyway. Well, that's my thoughts on the Primos Proof 2 trail camera.
Thank you.